Ravens at Chargers. Open Chargers -6. Now mostly -4.5s, a few -5s. The total opened at 45.5. It's pretty much still there, mostly 44.5s, 45s. Saturday in LA, partly cloudy, high of 70 Fahrenheit, low of 52, and no wind, 2 miles per hour. Baltimore now 4-1 since Lamar Jackson took over for the injured Flacco. The only loss in overtime at Kansas City. Jackson ran 18 times for 95 yards, one TD, 14-23 for 131 yards. Everybody's saying great things about him. He directed 2 drives that lasted more than 7 minutes before closing out closing out the game with a drive that consumed 7:08. That is winning football, tiring out defenses and keeping your defense fresh. Ravens held the ball for more than 37 minutes. Impressive. 242 yards rushing on the ground. Gus Edwards, 104. Kenneth Dixon, 48. Jackson averaged 5.3 yards with 3 kneels included. Baltimore is the first team since the 76 Steelers to run for at least 190 yards in 5 straight games. Baltimore's second-ranked defense did its part, held the Buccaneers down, and now we come to a Chargers team on an extra day of rest and extra rest and preparation after beating Kansas City on Thursday night. This team is rolling. What a miracle comeback, down 28-14 when it was 28-21 with 39 seconds left. 2nd and 10 from KC's 10-yard line. The Chiefs had a probability winning percentage of 99.9. This is a special Chargers team. We've talked about the Lugit injury. We've talked about the Merriman injury. They just seem to keep ticking. Rivers threw for 313 yards, 2 touchdowns, did have 2 picks. Gordon tried to warm up, couldn't go. Eckler still dealing with a concussion. Keenan Allen hurts his hip early in that game, and yet this team seems to keep rolling. What an exciting matchup. Ravens at Chargers on Saturday. Donnie, any early leans?
Yeah, early leans. I mean, I like what Baltimore is doing at it. You can't take anything away. That was a great win, great comeback win. They had no business doing. It seems like that's the Chargers' MO this year. They got rocked in Pittsburgh and won. They got rocked in Kansas City and they won. I mean, what do you have to do to throw the knockout punch against Phillip Rivers? But the interesting thing about this game is when you looked at those other games in the Pittsburgh Steelers, they'll give you some. They'll turn it over. They'll play a little bit more up-tempo. Same thing with Kansas City. They might give you a turnover here or there, but they're going to play up-tempo and try to get you into a score fest. This is going to be absolute role reversal in this game because the Chargers, theoretically, they're one of the slower moving teams in the NFL. How many times they come up to the line? Phillip Rivers makes 19 adjustments. They snap the ball with 1 or 2 seconds left on the play clock religiously, and then you flip it over to the Baltimore Ravens. Same thing. I mean, they're not in a hurry to get anywhere, and they're going to run the football to keep the clock moving, so you might have less possessions in this game. When I look at the Baltimore Ravens, I don't want the Baltimore Ravens, Jimmy, in the situations that they've been at home, playing bad football teams, laying more than 7 points, because that's not advantageous to what they actually want to do or want to cover, because all they're looking for with the rookie quarterback's going to run the football, Jimmy, just win the football game. Let's win and move on. There's no style points. The kid's throwing for like 125 yards per game, so you're not going to have any pyrotechnics here on offense. But the one thing that you are susceptible for the Chargers is against the run. They can rush the passer, but you know what the best tonic to rush the passer is? Have a quarterback that's faster than your entire defense to get out of the pocket and make plays by himself. So when those 2 pass rushers, Ingram and Bosa, come up the field, he can escape and get out of the way. But that's not really what the Ravens are going to try to do or want to do. He's going to drop back, 15, maybe 20 times at the most in this game, keep the score low. Early in the week, Jimmy, I'm trying to find a way to take the Ravens because as opposed to laying 7.5, 8.5, or 9 points like they have been typically at home, now you're falling back into that role where they went to Kansas City, getting about a touchdown, 6-point range, hang right in there to the end of it. It's going to be a great football game to watch, and I'm looking forward to it on Saturday night.
I'm looking forward to it too, and I am with you on the Ravens early in the week with 5 points. I think that's too many points. We've seen this Chargers team that we call it no home field advantage, all 16 games on the road. We saw the Broncos go in there and take out the Chargers. This is a very good Ravens team, a team that I enjoy watching very much. Strong defense, Lamar Jackson. It's such a treat to not see Joe Flacco back there. I didn't realize how much I disliked him until he wasn't in there, and I got to be excited about Lamar Jackson all the time. Abbas says Chargers cover -4.5. They are rolling. Nico says Ravens will challenge Rivers. Good points, Donnie. Ravens +4.5. Robert Weimer says Chargers can't afford to slip up. They have to keep pace like a touchdown. The Sport says tease Baltimore up to 10.5. Excuse me. What do you think about this total? early in the week, I feel like, man, I think I should jump on the Ravens at +5. But this total, I'm very hesitant to make a move around. It seems like it's a pretty sharp number.
Yeah, it looks like it's right on the number there. And again, at 45, we're not looking at 37 to 38. 45 seems about right, because I'll get back to my original premise where neither one of these teams are really in a hurry. And you can see where Baltimore's going to say, we're going to run the football, or at least we're going to continue to run the football and try to run the football unless the Chargers can put them out of their comfort zone and get them up maybe, 7 to 10 points and say, all right, Baltimore, we're going to have to start throwing to get back into this game, because that's not what Lamar Miller is built to do. So 45 leaning under. And also, let's not forget, like Melvin Gordon's probably going to come back in this game, or you already can't run on the Ravens, or they show, a great propensity to stop the run throughout the season. He already admitted he's not 100%. Austin Eckler is still in concussion protocol at this point. And then again, you said Keenan Allen, the same thing, hasn't practiced today, and he's going to be banged up coming into this football game. You're getting the Chargers at a really good time if you're the Ravens, because even if you have components that are coming back, well, how healthy are they really coming back to at this point with their two top backs seemingly down at this point? So it'll be an interesting game, but I'll lean on it early in the week too. I see some stuff coming. Maybe Keenan Allen practices later in the week and he's fine. Eckler clears concussion protocol. Melvin Gordon looks sensational in practice. Then we might have a little bit of a change, but right now I want those points with the Ravens.
Yeah, I want those points with the Ravens too. I also feel like this is the time of year. And too bad the Chargers have to play before the Chiefs, but why risk it with Keenan Allen when he's such an important part of the puzzle moving forward? Why risk it if he's hurt? Again, with Eckler dealing with a concussion, why push him back if Melvin Gordon isn't quite ready? I understand they still have a 25% chance to win the division, and the Chiefs are going to a tough game at Seattle, but I would definitely not push it here with these guys coming back. I'm sure they believe that they can win without him. They just beat the Chiefs without all these guys. So I like the breakdown early. I'm uncomfortable with the total, and I agree. I'm certainly looking at the Ravens at +5 early in the week. Robert Weimer says the bag is subdued today. Hey, I'm 3 hours earlier, man. I had to wake up at 5 in the morning in a power outage to get to the Low Shack and the Bag show. It's early on the West Coast, but I'll liven up, man. I'll liven up for you guys. This is what I love doing. I love working with my man Donnie Rightside. We're having a great football season. Let's keep rolling. Move on to Sunday. We have...
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.